Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm showing you guys how to achieve this look, as well as I'm doing a Q&A. I had asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions, and in regards to the look, I had shown you guys 3 looks, and I asked you guys to pick which one you guys wanted me to film. This was the winner, but if you are here for this video, then just please keep on watching. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on this makeup look. Now, on Instagram, I also asked you guys to ask me some questions. That way, it could be like a get ready with me, as well as me answering some questions. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those questions up so I can, just go through them. I'm going to clip my hair back just so that it's not in my way, being that I did do these Hollywood style curls. But ignore, I know I'm gonna look crazy, ignore that. I'm gonna prep my eyelids for eyeshadow using the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use concealer in the shade Vanilla. So I'm just adding some of that on my palette. But the first question says, how do you stay motivated to work out? Your body is amazing. Thank you. That makes me feel very well, guys, because after having Leia, I didn't go through postpartum depression, but your body does change. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have not worked out since like December, like the first week of December maybe, simply because it was, obviously the holidays, and then it was Christmas and New Year's. I started my business and everything has just been, I don't know, very busy to say the least. So I haven't really worked out. I would be lying if I said I was working out as I was posting before, the holidays. You guys would see me at the gym every day. I haven't gone. And in terms of what I've been, oh my God, I picked up too much concealer. In terms of what I've been eating a little bit of everything, but I can't say much about that for right now. But when I was working out, when I lost the weight with the baby weight, I lost 18 pounds in 2 weeks. So 2 weeks after having Leia, I went back down to my pre-baby weight and actually lost a few extra pounds. And that was simply by working out every day. And no, the first 2 weeks when I lost the weight, I wasn't working out. I was simply just eating caldo de pollo every day. So that's how I lost the baby weight. Now, losing weight after, I was able to go back to the gym, which was 40 days after giving birth. I was going to the gym every day and I was just watching what I was eating. I don't eat chips. I don't drink soda. So I don't really, I'm not really someone who eats junk food. I was just, let's say, making healthy choices, which is the honest truth. And that, as well as going to the gym is what helped me. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Violet Voss X Nicole Concilio palette, and I'm gonna take the shade Hangry, which is the shade right here. And I'm gonna be applying that with a Makeup Shack 83, T83. I wanted to say the Makeup Shack. T83, that is the brush. So I'm just gonna pick some of that shadow up, and I'm gonna go right in and just start patting that on. Actually, I think I might change the shade to Boop Bop because this is a little orange and I don't really want to go with orange tones. I want something more brown, so I'm going to take this one. So disregard that previous shade. It was too orange for my liking. So I'm taking Boop Bop, the shade that I just showed you guys, and this one is better. I like how this one is a brown color versus the other one, which was more on the orange tone side. And I'm going to just go ahead and add this on and then start buffing it out and pulling it this way. So you guys see I'm just like blending this outward. I'm gonna just keep on doing that until it pulls out a little further. So I'm actually taking the Morphe 9B palette simply because I wanted to stay away from the orange tone browns, and I realized that palette had a few of those. So I'm gonna take the shade Beach Please, which is this shade right here. And I'm gonna be applying that with the exact same brush that I was previously using. And to move on to the next question, it says, what are you using for your hair? It's grown a lot. It has grown a lot, guys. Now, here's the thing. So when I had short hair, I was cutting my hair every about like month and a half to 2 months simply to maintain the short hair. And now that I'm not, I don't want short hair anymore, I'm letting it grow out. So I have not, gotten that trim that I would usually get. I'm cutting my hair now maybe every 4 to 6 months, just to get a trim and take off the dead ends. But I'm not cutting it as it was anymore. So I think that that's something that has helped my hair grow a lot. Simply the fact that I'm not cutting it as much as I was before. So I'm not taking anything special for it. It's really just, I think, the fact that I'm not cutting it anymore. And as you guys saw, I'm just buffing that shade right under that first shade that I applied. And you always want to keep in mind to not cover up the shade you previously applied, simply because you don't want to cover up your work. Now I'm switching the brush and I'm taking the Makeup Shack T68 and I'm taking the shade Hang 10, which is this shade right here. And I'm just gonna buff the entire edge out to create a softer look with the eyeshadow. So I picked up some of that shadow and I'm just going right in and buffing it all out. And you wanna make sure that you're actually buffing it and not just like trying to, you know, blend like this in a circular motion. That way you can create that very soft edge. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the Makeup Shack T82. I like to use this one more for like detailed shadows. And by that I mean I like to take like a darker shadow on it just to have more control. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Volcano, being that that is a darker brown. And I'm only gonna be applying this shadow right on the outer edge. And try not to push it so far in. I mean, you could, technically, there's nothing wrong with that. But for this look, she does have it a little more smoked out on the outside. So I'm just gonna focus that right here. Now let me actually answer another question. How do you do your eyebrows? I think I'm going to be filming another video on an updated like brow tutorial, because I do get that question answered often. And I do have a video on how I do my brows like a few videos back, but that's like quite a few videos back. And it's been a few months, it's been a few months, maybe even a year since I filmed that. So I could always, you know, just film a new one. Yeah, it says eyebrow tutorial, please. So I'll definitely be filming that for you guys. But as you guys can see, I just blended this all out right on this outer edge just to create a little bit of a smokier outer edge. And now I'm gonna go ahead and start to cut the half cut crease. I'm gonna do this one off camera and then I'll be back to show you guys this one. So I went ahead and cut the half cut crease on this one and I used the Makeup Shack. Okay, so this brush is the exact same one as the T77. However, this one is black because it does come in the Essentials brush kit. So that is why this one's black. Also, mine is very used and abused. So don't, you know, pay any attention to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some concealer. Oh, there was like a little lint. Some concealer on both sides of that brush. You guys see how flat it is? And I'm gonna go ahead and cut the half cut crease. I can't talk while I'm doing this, so you guys are just gonna have to see it. But it does make it a lot easier that this brush is very flat and small so that I don't mess up on my crease. So I'm just dragging this out. And as you guys saw, I pulled down the concealer this way. And that's pretty much it. So I went ahead and finished off this eye. And now I'm gonna just go ahead and show you guys how I did it on this one. So I'm picking up the T82 and I'm taking that darkest shade that I took, which was Volcano. And I'm just gonna buff this edge out because we don't wanna leave the concealer looking harsh. So I'm just lightly taking in that shadow. So in the picture, she has a shimmer that is like about this color right here. And there's one also in the Violet Voss palette that I was showing you guys, but I feel like this one's a little more vibrant. So I just decided to take this palette and I'm gonna take that with a flat brush and I'm just going to pick some of it up and I'm gonna press it down. Now I'm not gonna go ahead and apply this all the way in, being that she does have two. I'm just gonna leave this right here and then I'll be adding a lighter one on the front. Now on the Violet Voss palette, I'm gonna go ahead and take this shimmer right here. Now the one that I was telling you guys about previously is this one, but the one from the She Glam palette, it's called the Bronze palette, by the way. That one is brighter than this one, so that's why I liked it a little more. But I'm gonna go ahead and take that shade Zozo that I just showed you guys, and I'm just gonna flip the brush. I'm not taking a new brush. I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the front. Now, because you do want these two shimmers to blend into each other, you're gonna take that and you're gonna drag it over the one that you already placed down. That way it can be very seamless. To answer another question, it says, what is your go-to Starbucks drink? My go-to Starbucks drink is the the iced matcha green tea latte with soy milk. But now going back to this makeup look, I'm gonna once again pick up the T82, that dark brown. And now that I added the shimmer, I still wanna go back in and make sure it still looks very blended. So I'm just tapping it once again. So for my lashes, I'm going to be taking the Makeup Shack lashes, and these are in the style Vixen. Discount code Erika, by the way, so you guys can save 20% off. But before I do that, I'm going to be taking a makeup wipe, and I'm going to angle my makeup, my eyeshadow, to angle it a little more and make it look more cat stylish. Now, I'm going to do that by taking this makeup wipe and just cleaning up the edge. Now, what you don't want to do is take this and angle it all the way up to your brow. If you guys notice, I did not clean it up to my brow. And that is a mistake a lot of people make. So then it's like super angled. I took it and I just cleaned it up a little bit. It's not so straight, but it's just slightly diagonal. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing over here. And once again, just be careful that you do not angle it too much. So I almost forgot, but she does have a little bit of a liner on. Now, she doesn't have a wing liner. She just has like a little bit of it. So I took the Araceli Ojos Perfectos liquid eyeliner. Discount code Erika, guys. We now have a discount code, but I'm just adding a little bit of that on here. And then I'm going to go ahead and set that with some black eyeshadow just so that it looks a little more matte. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take the Araceli Ojos Perfectos the gel pencil in chocolate. I was about to say brown, but chocolate. And I'm just going to add this on my top waterline just to help bind my lash line and, I'm sorry, not my lash line, my waterline and where my lashes are. So it looks a little more put together. So now moving on to my skin, I'm going to be using the Clinique Moisture Surge. And I'm just going to apply this all over. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Flash and apply this all over my skin. Now I usually apply this with a brush, but my brush is dirty. So I'm going to just use the base of my sponge. This is a Makeup Shack sponge, discount code Erika. But the next question says, what are your 3 top drugstore items? I said that wrong. What are your top 3 fave drugstore items? Now, if you've been with me for a while, then you know I'm not really someone who buys makeup like at drugstores. I don't ever buy makeup at Target, Walmart, Walgreens, Rite Aid, anything like that. I actually never buy makeup. I always buy makeup at Ulta, Sephora, or MAC. So unfortunately, I don't even have my top 3 faves because I wouldn't even think what would I get? I don't know. I never. Now, it doesn't mean that drugstore products aren't good, but if you've been with me for a while, you just know that it's something I don't really ever buy. So I actually don't have 3. And so I'm going to be taking Punjab in that one. That is my usual shade. I do change, with the weather. My skin tone does change, but right now I'm Punjab. So I'm taking that on the bottom of my sponge, and I'm going to just go in and bounce that on. Moving on. Let me pull up another one. So moving on to the next question. Does your baby drink formula? Yes. So I introduced formula to her when she was like a week away from 5 months. And it was simply because I could not keep up with her feedings anymore. So Alea's obviously 5 months. Now she's going on 6. And I am so retarded, guys. I'm so retarded. So if none of you guys caught that, I did not apply a primer. I'm so focused on trying to answer these questions that I didn't apply a primer. But it's okay, I caught it on. So I'm going to be mixing in my water jelly in with my foundation just because I did already apply some of it. Obviously, I still have like this whole side that I don't have foundation on, which is great, But, so I'm just taking some on. But for the rest of this, I'm just going to go over with foundation. I'm not going to dye. I'm not going to lie, guys. I've done this before where I forgot to apply primer and my makeup still lasts me. So I'm not going to be so hard on myself. But at least I caught it, no biggie. But I'm sure you guys are going to be watching this like, oh my God, Erika, you forgot to apply primer. So don't forget to apply primer. But I did forget. What was I saying? So yeah, I had to introduce formula because she is eating more and I wasn't producing enough milk to keep up with her feedings. So I would start to stress out when I felt like I wasn't giving her enough milk. So I introduced formula, and now that she's about to be 6 months, she is fully on formula because I think the fact that I started giving her formula, made me not produce as much milk because I wasn't latching her on as much. So I just stopped breastfeeding. I still have milk in my breast, but I'm just not attaching her anymore. Not attaching her, latching her, So yes, she is on formula now. Now I'm gonna go back in with the Born This Way multi-use concealer in the shade Vanilla and start to apply this on my T-zone. But the next question says, what color name did you get your hair? Now, I did not get a color name for my hair. I actually get that question a lot on Instagram. So I'm just gonna assume maybe you are a new supporter. So thank you for following. But on like a few videos back, I showed you guys, I've actually now made 2 videos on my hair, how I've, you know, I'm trying to go back to blonde, and there is no name. If you guys have watched those videos, then you have seen that I've shown a specific photo where I don't even get the whole hair, I get a portion of the hair. And that's why I always say, like, you need to watch that video in order to understand what it is that I'm going for and what I'm getting. And now I do have my next appointment for March because I am going to be going lighter. I'm not going to go back to full blonde. If you guys have watched the videos, you guys know that I'm not going back to full blonde. But it is a process to go back, you know, light. I feel like a lot of people think that it's just like one session, and it's not. It takes a few sessions to get to the blonde, especially because I didn't have black hair, by the way. My hair was my natural color when I was pregnant. So I'm just, you know, working my way back. So I don't have, unfortunately, a answer for you in terms of what color my hair is. I just showed a photo, and you can find that photo on the video, or on both videos where I've been getting my hair done that I previously filmed. But now that I have this on, I'm going to be taking this clean side of the Makeup Shack sponge, and I'm just go ahead and start to buff this all out. Next question, it says, will you have another makeup seminar? Yes. Unfortunately, I mean, I feel like things are hard right now in terms of COVID on how to plan things out. I would love, you know, to plan one out, but I don't even know how I would be going about it due to COVID. I did have 2 last year, but those were ones that were already pre-planned, you know, and I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. So I do plan on having, you know, another seminar, a few other seminars. Just with COVID, I don't want to plan things out and things shut down again. So to answer your question, yes, I do plan on having another seminar. Now, moving on to contour, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee. And to answer another question, it says, what is your favorite makeup brand? I actually have answered this question, but not recently. I answered this question a long time ago. I don't have a favorite makeup brand, because I feel like I like different products from... Sorry guys, I heard the door opening. I like different products from different brands, so I feel like I wouldn't be able to like just one brand because of that. So I don't have a favorite makeup brand. I have a few of them. I feel like every, you know, brand has something that they bring to the table, which I love. So unfortunately, I don't have one favorite makeup brand. So I went ahead and applied some of my concealer onto my metal palette, and I'm picking it up with the Makeup Shack T26 to go ahead and buff this on. But I'm first gonna just put it down, and then I'll go back to blend it. Next question, it says, where do you get your fashion inspo? So I feel like I don't have like a certain taste. Like, I don't want to say chic, I don't want to say like hipster, I don't want to say anything, because I feel like I like to wear anything that I feel comfortable in. So whatever you would label that, that is what I like to wear. Where I get my inspo from, I just feel like whatever looks good on me, whatever I feel like I look good in, I'll wear it as long as I feel good. So that's basically the best way I can answer that for you. It's really like me trying things on and seeing what they look like, and if I feel like a bad bitch, then I'm buying it. So that's basically the best way I can answer that question for you guys. I know maybe it's not a very straightforward answer, but I wouldn't have one. So yeah, that's that. And I'm going to use the T73 to blend out my nose contour a little more. But the next question is, let me slow it down. This is no question, but can you do a vlog of what you do in a day? I could do that, but honestly guys, my days never look the same. Like, my days are always different, especially, you know, the fact that I run a business. I can say I'm gonna be doing one thing tomorrow, and if something happens and it's about like the business or with my daughters, you know, mom life, I change my plans up for whatever it is that I need to do and needs to get done. So it's always something different. I think I can do that, I mean, but don't think that my day will be, every day will be like whatever it is that I'm filming, because every day is very different for myself, simply because of the fact that, you know, I'm a mom, I own a business, I'm a freelance makeup artist, I teach. There's so much that I do. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but even with like social media lately, like on Instagram, I've been very like off my stories. I've been not posting on certain days. Not that I have to, but I've been very absent simply because I'm busy. And I don't, you know, I try to go on, but then I feel like I want to go on and I have something to do, and then I forget what I'm doing, and it's just like sometimes my stories are all over the place. But I mean, hopefully, yeah, I can do one of those soon. To set my face, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, which Araceli gave me. I have never bought this because if you guys have been with me for a while, then you know for the longest time I used the RCMA No Color powder, which I love. I still have. And I still use from time to time. But this one's not bad. I like it. Would I, you know, continuously buy it? Maybe. If I have the RCMA, I'm just going to use that until I finish that. But I mean, it's kind of like it is what it is for me because I love the RCMA No Color powder. And I am going to set my entire face with this. I mean, as I always do. Which makeup brand do you recommend? I'm trying to gift it for my girl. Ooh. So, I mean, I like many brands. To help you out, I mean, I feel like you should kind of ask your girl, like, is there anything she needs? No, maybe that's kind of pushing it. Okay, so in terms of brands, because I did say I don't have one favorite brand, I would say go through her stuff and see, what she has, and maybe kind of look at what products she's running out of, and take pictures of those, and then go to, you know, Google, search where you can buy those products, and then go buy them for her. Because if she's running out of it, it probably means that she likes it because she's using it up. And then you can just buy her new ones of whatever she's already using. And then, you know, maybe you can ask her what she likes after that. I don't want to say go buy her this and this because especially when it comes with guys, you might not know her shade versus just going through her makeup, seeing what she needs and getting her exactly what that is. I feel like that's kind of like the best advice I've given lately. Watch it not even work out. Next, I'm going in with the Murillo Twins and Beauty Creations collab palette. This is the, what is it called? No, that's not what it's called. But this is one that has 2 bronzing shades and 2 blush shades. And I'm actually going to be mixing the 2 bronzing shades on an Araceli Grande Cheek Brush, discount code Erika. And I'm just going to go ahead and add this on. It says, what has been on your mind lately? I don't know. I've had a lot of things on my mind. That is a hard question to answer because, guys, doing everything that I do and simply being a mom, there's 20 things running in my mind at a time. So, like right now, I'm doing this and I'm thinking, what am I supposed to do tomorrow? I'm thinking what I'm about to go do. Is Alea changed? Is her diaper bag ready? Like, there's 20 things going on in my head at a time. And Alea is awake right now, but if you guys hear her, her dad is watching her, so don't think I'm ignoring my child over here. I promise you this, I'm not. Now, I'm also going to go ahead and take that palette and use the blush, but I'm going to only use this one right here because this one's a little too pink for my liking. And I'm going to take a separate Grande Cheek brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick that up and add it right on. But now to answer another question, it says, are you naturally thick or did you get something done? So I would say I'm naturally thick. Now, I'm not super thick because I am a size small. And I fit in a small, like, comfortably. It's not like I'm forcing myself in a small. In terms of tops and dresses, in my bottom, I am a size 5 in jeans. But obviously my boobs are done. I have a video on here. I have like 2 videos on here about me talking about my breast surgery. But is my butt done? Is anything like that done? No, sis. My butt is not done. My hips did get wider after having, you know, 2 girls. Not that, I mean, specifically having girls, but having a baby in general, my hips got wider. But no, my butt's not done. And if I ever did get my butt done, I would let you guys know. Moving on from that, I'm taking my translucent powder and I'm just cleaning this up a little bit. But the next question is, I thought alcohol is okay when breastfeeding, or is it your preference? No, so alcohol is not okay when breastfeeding. Now, that does not mean you can't drink. What this means is this. You can drink if you're not going to breastfeed. So if you are breastfeeding and you decide, to have a drink 2, 3, 4, 5, you just can't breastfeed your baby until you dump that milk and you wait a few hours. So usually I'll dump the milk. I'll pump after and then I'll dump the milk and I'll wait 2 hours per drink that I had. And then that's when I would breastfeed. Obviously, I'm not breastfeeding anymore, but that is what I would do. I actually took this one a little higher. Okay, there, I fixed it. But as I was saying, you can drink, you just should not drink and breastfeed. Just remember to pump and dump. And now pump and dump means you're going to pump the milk and throw it away. And just wait 2 hours per drink and you're fine. I'm going to go ahead and finish off my under eyes. I feel like I'm so focused on trying to answer these questions that I'm not even getting myself ready. And by the way, guys, where am I going? I am going somewhere today. Today's Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday. On Sunday morning, I'm going to drop this video, which is Valentine's Day. But on Valentine's Day, which is tomorrow. Oh, Jesus, I just got all of that on my dress. Tomorrow, Sunday, Valentine's Day, I do have a few clients for makeup, and I also teach. So I decided that I told my boyfriend it was better if we go out today, because tomorrow I'm not going to be done until 6 p.m. with my clients, and I'm honestly not going to want to go out because I would have been teaching since the morning, and then I'll be having my clients, and I just don't really care to be getting ready and going out tomorrow. So I was like, what's the difference between us going out tomorrow and us going out today? So we're gonna go celebrate Valentine's Day today, and that's why I need to hurry up because now I'm starting to take my sweet ass time. I'm telling you guys, all because I'm over here trying to answer a bunch of questions. So the shade that I'm taking right now on this Makeup Shack T8 is the shade Boop Bop from that Violet Voss palette. And I'm going to take a Makeup Shack T14. And I'm going to take the shade Beach Please from the 9B palette, which was this one. Says, did you get an epidural with your first daughter? Yes, I did get an epidural both times. Both times I tried to, do it naturally, but sis, I could not. I mean, if you guys saw Leia's birth video when I gave birth to her, it's on here on YouTube. I wasn't paying, sis. I could not do it. With both of them, I wanted to. That was something that I was hoping I could do, but I couldn't. Like, it was too much. It was way too much pain for me to try to push out a baby. And I give it to, those women who can do it. I could not. I tried and I couldn't. Now I'm taking the Makeup Shack T66 and the shade Volcano, which was that dark brown that is right here. And I'm just going to add that a little closer to my lash line. My waterline. Stupid ass Erika, bro. What the heck? Ugh. But the good thing is I have powder, guys, so it should come off easily. I'm using the wrong brush. Oh, thank God. Like, I actually smacked that whole brush on my face. Oh, thank God it came off. Thank God I had the powder sitting there. Otherwise, I would have been so sad if it would have stained. Obviously, you can fix it, but I would have been sad if I had to fix it. I'm going to go ahead and take the Urban Decay Go Big or Go Home mascara and just add this to my lower lash line. I'm using the Makeup Shack T34 to buff off all of this translucent powder. So I went ahead and finished off my lips as well as I set my face. For my lips, I used the Murillo Twins and Beauty Creations lip liner in the shade Moi. And you guys can use my discount code Muaerika. For my lipstick, I used 2 MAC lipsticks. I used Yash and Bare Bling. So that basically concludes this video, guys. I hope you guys liked it. And I know I got it on but I got it up the day of Valentine's Day. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm a busy girl. I'm just happy at least I was able to film something and try to get it up as soon as I could. But with that being said, happy Valentine's Day, babes. I hope you guys are seeing it on Valentine's Day. I hope today is just as special as every other day for you. But thank you for watching my video. If you haven't already, please follow me on my Instagram. It is Muaerika18. Always linked below, as well as my discount codes. Subscribe, turn your post notifications. And with that being said, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Hey, I look better than what I've been through, yeah. It's a celebration, hey, cause we made it out.